Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I have my sweet boy sitting here on the floor, and as long as he's being good, I'm gonna leave him right there. He's sitting down here with me. He has not been napping the best lately. Little cat naps is what he's been doing, and he's always done this for the most part, but a lot of times when he does this, I can go nurse him back to sleep and he'll go right back to sleep. Lately, when he wakes up after 30 minutes, he's done. So not very good naps during the day, but anyway, so he's here with me, but I really just wanted to get an extra video filmed this week. And for the past few weeks, actually this has been probably last month, I put a question box on Instagram and asked y'all to ask me some questions, and I was going to film a Q&A, and I said I was going to try to include Ethan in the Q&A. Well, that's not going to happen because busy life, but he's working, and I'm not going to have time to film this video later, and so he's not here. But I did want to go ahead and answer some of those questions from the video I was supposed to do like a few weeks ago. Also, if any point in this video some of the footage looks blurry, my camera is just not acting right, and I need to send it in and get it fixed. I have an extra one as a backup that I could use. I just don't know where the charger is for it, for that specific battery. So anyways, if it starts getting like blurry, I apologize. I need to get it fixed, but I just hadn't done that yet. But I'm gonna get into some of these questions, and hopefully he'll be good. I might have to kind of adjust the camera if I need to feed him. Maybe he'll go back to sleep eventually. But hey, I'll show him soon, because I know he's not gonna sit there for long. He's just sitting there smiling at me like, well, who are you talking to, Mom? Anyway, so I wanted to go ahead and get this Q&A done. I always get requests to do more Q&As, and so I want to go ahead and do another one. I did one August, maybe the beginning of September, probably more towards August. I can't remember when I did one. Let me look it up though, because I'm super curious. And then I got a lot of requests to continue doing more Q&As. So it was 2 months ago. So last one I done actually in July, so it's been a little while. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with some of these questions and get through just as many as I can, as many as I feel comfortable answering. Some of the questions I get, I just don't feel comfortable answering, or just for privacy for my family that I just don't feel comfortable answering. And so let's get on into it. So the first question that I'm gonna answer, were you ever deep in debt? And if so, how did you guys overcome it to provide for your children? So we have never been deep in debt. You know, we've had our usual, you know, car, obviously our mortgage, and then I would say like other smaller debts, but I would say we've never been like deep in debt. And when we sold our house, we were actually, y'all know the housing market is crazy right now, and so we were able to, you know, sell our house for a good profit, which actually put a lot of that towards our current house, things for our current house. We paid off a few like smaller debts that we had. We paid off Ethan's truck. Ethan got his new truck last May. Completely paid that off, so that's an extra payment we don't have to do every month. But we've never been like deep in debt, I should say. We have been able to pay off some other like smaller debts that we've had. So I will say that we've never, before I started YouTube, even the first few years of YouTube, even when I first started YouTube, I used to work in a preschool, and I loved it so much. But we have never like had a lot of like extra money to do things. And you know, obviously YouTube, I am able to bring in a full-time income from my YouTube channel to help out with, you know, everything. You know, my husband works full-time. I'm now able to work full-time and provide for my family, and so it's made like, honestly, it's like changed our lives and made, you know, the biggest difference like financially for us as well. But yeah, back to the question. I would say we've never been deep into debt, but I will say we've also followed some of the Dave Ramsey things, especially when we used to live more like paycheck to paycheck. We would do like the Dave Ramsey envelope system, and that helped us so much to, you know, for week by week, you know, budgeting for different things that we need to budget for. So some of the Dave Ramsey things, I definitely recommend that. But we do follow some of those things. So if you guys, I don't know, look it up. There's like a Dave Ramsey course that we've never taken, but I remember doing so much research on all the Dave Ramsey things. You know, there's baby steps you do, and I really do think it's a great program from what I've been able to research. Also, some of these questions may be repetitive of Q&As in the past. I honestly can't remember all the questions that I've answered in Q&As in the past, so if it's a question I've already answered before, I apologize. But how is being a boy mom different than being a girl mom? So in the beginning, it's a lot of similar things. Obviously, it's a little baby that needs taken care of. Feeding, diaper changes, baths, and all the care of any baby. But it's just been so much fun knowing that like the future of being a boy mom and being able to pick out baby boy clothes and baby boy toys and items and things. That's just been a lot of fun, and obviously different than having 3 little girls that, you know, dressed up in cute little girl clothes and bows and different things. But it's been so fun. Everybody said, I hear so many people say there's, you know, you can't find any cute boy clothes, you know, they don't make a lot of cute boy clothes. I love the baby boy clothes, and I have been loving dressing him up so much. In fact, his little outfit right now, I have to show y'all soon whenever I need to pick him up, whenever he's not playing. It's the cutest little outfit. But anyways, I have been loving just being able to dress him up, and it's just exciting to look forward to the future. You know, obviously my girls can play sports that, you know, little boys, like baseball or softball or basketball or whatever he may be into in the future. But it's just fun, like knowing that that's how, like, you know, my husband grew up playing things like that. His brother grew up playing things like that. Let me grab Callan. Okay, he wanted to get on his belly. But it's just fun, just, I don't know, exciting to look forward to that in the future. Also, here comes Millie. She just woke up from her nap. So, hi. Oh, Callan's got some gas. Did you hear him? Do I use any eye creams or balms? That was another question I got. I'll quickly answer that. I use a Tula. I love Tula products, but I use their Tula eye cream. I have a 6-month-old. What time do you start little man's first nap, and how many does he do? So here he is. Say hi. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Look at this little outfit. I found this at TJ Maxx. Marshall's has this brand too. Oh, boy. This little brand is the cutest. It's called Rabbit Bear. It's like an organic brand. Look at this little... I love it. It's got like little bears and like, I don't know, the woodland typed clothes for him this year. I have been so into that, and this is just a precious little outfit. So I take my girls to school every morning, and it's a good little drive to get to their school. So Callan wakes up at about 6:15, and I make sure that he is fed, changed. He's up for probably at least 30 minutes before we have to leave. He's usually up between like 6:15 and 6:30. Get him changed and fed. We usually leave around 7, and he takes a really good nap in the car on our way there and on our way back. So that's his first nap, just trying to, you know, get us, I guess mainly getting us sleep out from the nighttime from having to get up so early. So that's his first nap. And then once we get home, he's up for a few hours at least. And then usually at like, I try to keep him up to about 11:30, and then he'll take his first nap, and those just vary. Sometimes he'll nap for 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Sometimes he may nap for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And sometimes he may take a really short nap, but I'm able to get him right back to sleep, and he'll nap for a little bit longer. And then usually he'll take like an evening nap, like a shorter evening nap. Now, I don't know if that's as much, I don't really know like the standard for his age, like how many naps he's supposed to be taking. But that's kind of what he does. And then he goes to bed at around 7:30 every night. And then wakes up too much during the night too. But we're working on it, and we're getting through it. He's really just changed with his sleep so much. In the beginning, he was up a lot. And then he went through a really good little spell of he would sleep most of the night and maybe wake up one time, and then sleep regression again. And so it just all depends, and it just keeps changing. My favorite vacuum is my Roborock, the stick cordless vacuum. I love that thing. It works so well. It's got so many attachments, and it it just has so much suction power to it. So that's my favorite one. Tips on keeping it all together with 4 kids and keeping the house cleaned. If you have tips, you let me know. So I absolutely do not have it all together, and I don't mean to portray that I do. I definitely show more of the good times than I do the hard or the bad times. Or I guess I should say hard times. I absolutely do not have it all together. On the days that y'all see me the most, maybe 2 to 3 days a week, and those other 3 or 4 days a week, a lot of times I don't get myself ready. I stay comfy and kind of lazy looking all day, and I try to get myself ready most days, but there are usually at least a couple days a week that I don't, and I get very overwhelmed. There's times that I get very overwhelmed, and I'm actually in that overwhelming, I feel like I'm kind of coming out of a little bit of an overwhelming stage right now. And so I absolutely do not have it all together. And tips on maintaining your house, I just try to pick up during the day as I can. And then by the evening time, we have our living room's full of toys. Our kitchen's full of dishes. And I try to keep up with it as much as I can. But even with trying to clean all day, I'm still gonna have a big mess at night. And if you have kids, you understand that. I can clean this living room up. My living room is actually pretty clean. There's a few markers in the floor. There's a jacket in the floor. I can get all this clean, and within a few hours, it's gonna be a disaster in here. I can get all my dishes done right now at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which Millie slept hardly any either today. So I could get all my dishes done right now, and then at 8 o'clock tonight when we go to do the dishes, we still have so much in the kitchen to do. So my house is never clean. We try to get it mostly clean in the evening time, but it's a process every single day. It's like starting over with a house. My house is a disaster by the evening time. Try to get most of it clean. Is this making sense? Try to get most of it clean, and by the end of the night, everything's good, and then it's a never-ending cycle. So my house is never clean. I never want to portray that I have it all together, because I truly don't. And there's times that I become very overwhelmed with things, overwhelmed with housework, overwhelmed with things the kids are in, overwhelmed with work. I've been very, very overwhelmed with that lately. And in fact, a couple days ago, I texted Ethan and I said, I feel like I've just taken on way too much. But I'm getting it done, and one day I'm gonna hire some childcare for my little ones to help with that, to help me get work done without having to feel so overwhelmed. I just hadn't done that yet. How is Millie adjusting to the big girls being gone to school all day? She is adjusted. She's done very well with it. In the beginning, she would ask, where's Rian? Her and Rian are very close. Where's Delaney? But now she just kind of knows, like, they're at school, they'll be home later, and she just does well with just me and Callan here at home. And I am really enjoying having her home with me, at least for another year, and then I guess we'll evaluate it next year, whether we want to put her in preschool or not. But are you jumping? Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Do I want another baby, or does my family feel complete? I've answered this 1,000 times, I feel like. But, so I've always said I wanted 4. I feel very content with my 4 right now. I guess that's all I can say. I feel very content. I want to, Ethan will say he feels like we're done. I feel like in the future, when Callan's older, if we both agreed, I guess I should say never. I mean, maybe if we both agreed in the future on another one, then maybe there would be a possibility, but I'm honestly just not sure at this point. I'm very content with my 4 right now, and just gonna enjoy the stages we're in and enjoy this little baby stage. So, what does Ethan do for work? I need to ask him, what is his job now called? Some kind of, so he just got a promotion. He's been doing it for, I don't know, a couple months. I don't know if it's been that long. Yeah, I guess it's probably been a couple months. He was welding, and then now he kind of does something else. Something coordinator, lead, team lead, I don't know, something like that, but that's what he does. How many more pounds until my goal weight? I would like to lose probably 25 more pounds, and I would be 25. Yes, about 25 more pounds. I would be very happy. I would probably just feel my best at about 25 more pounds. Have I ever considered doing low carb / keto instead of WW? I have. I feel like if I stop doing WW in the future, I think I would try some kind of keto diet. I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. I think if I ever wanted to switch it up, I think keto would be something that I would like to try, because I've never tried a keto diet. I feel like I've tried low carb in the past and failed at it. But I've never really I feel like there's so many good keto resources out there. I would probably consider doing that. How do I budget for new clothes for all the kids? So I try to save anything that, you know, obviously doesn't have holes in it. For some reason, all their leggings get holes in the knees. I try to save all their good looking clothes each year for them to wear next year if they can. Like Delaney's at a good age, and even Ren, some of her stuff, she's at a good age where a lot of her clothes last year, she'll probably still be able to wear some of them this year, or save those to pass down. Like for Ren stuff, I may try to pass hers down to Millie. Delaney stuff pass down to Ren. All of good looking stuff. And then obviously I buy leggings every year. My girls, they wear leggings every day. So all of the basic things, I usually place a big order for that, to get all the basic, maybe some graphic long sleeve t-shirts for the fall, or basic t-shirts for the fall for them, and all color leggings. And usually for their dressier outfits, I just buy that a little bit at a time. I just bought them all a new fall dress, matching fall dress. I just bought them I don't know, I kind of do that slowly. If I see my girls need, you know, we might need a new little fall outfit or Christmas outfit, I kind of do that a little more slowly, but for the most part just basic things, and then, you know, pass down as much as I can. Or hopefully, I think they're going to be able to wear some of their stuff from last year. The little dress Millie has on today, she was able to wear that last year. So is it easier being a mom of 4 now that the girls are in school? It definitely is easier Monday through Friday during the day. Just having 2 at home. Now, the 2 I have at home are the toughest 2, obviously, because they're the youngest. But it does make it easier because, you know, they're in school, they enjoy school, and I'm able to try. I hadn't been very successful lately, but, you know, when these 2 nap, these are my only 2 that really nap during the day, I can try to get stuff done whenever nap time goes accordingly. But yeah, it definitely, I will say that I look forward to Fridays so much though. Friday's their last day of the week. I can pick them up, and I know that we don't have to get up for school early the next 2 mornings. They can stay home all day the next 2 days. So we really look forward to our Fridays and look forward to our weekends and just having them home. But it has been nice being back into a routine. Have I thought about what I'm getting my kids for Christmas? Millie, what do you want for Christmas? Cocoa melon. Millie wants all cocoa melon for Christmas. I have no idea though. I really don't. I told Ethan, we were talking, I think last week, I said we need to start Christmas shopping now, and we haven't bought one thing yet. So I have no idea. If y'all have, let me know if you guys have kids that are my kids' ages, what you're getting your kids for Christmas. I'd love to know some ideas. We did get an Amazon catalog in the mail last week, and the girls they looked through it and kind of saw a couple things that they thought they were interested in. So we will obviously go based off of that, but I have no idea. Do I live in North Carolina? I do live in North Carolina. I know you love your Expedition, but do you miss your Van's sliding doors? So I drive a last November or December, one of those. We traded in my Honda Odyssey van for a Ford Expedition Max. I love the look of my Ford Expedition. I sit up so high in it. It's big. I love the look of it, and it's just a roomy vehicle. But I will say that I do miss my sliding doors in my van a lot. And if I could go back in time to last November / December, whenever it was, and redo it, I may consider a van. Just because, okay, sweet boy. Just because, like, in my garage, we're opening the doors, hitting the garage, oh, bless you, hitting the garage walls sometimes. Probably happens way too often. I do miss just being able to hit a button, the doors open. I miss that a lot. But I do really love my Ford Expedition though. I love how big it is, and I don't know, it's just comfortable, really comfortable to drive. Did I promote my channel on other platforms at first? How to overcome what people think. So, promote my channel on other platforms. Whenever we made a YouTube channel 5 years ago, over 5 years ago now, I remember posting it on Facebook. And at the time I was just like, oh, this is cool. But looking back, I don't know, like if I were to do it now, I'd probably just like, you know, keep it a secret for a while until I started growing a little bit. But I don't know, I just thought it was fun. We were vlogging like our day-to-day lives, and I was like, I'm gonna share this with my friends on Facebook. Overcoming what people think. It's took a while to do that. You want peanut butter? Okay, hold on. Peanut butter obsessed little girl. I feel like the YouTube world, it's becoming more like people are more understanding of, like, you know, content creators. People like know more about, you know, YouTubers and stuff like that. Even 5 years ago, I feel like a lot of people, if I was like vlogging out in public, I feel like a lot of people were probably like, what is she doing? And I'll also say this is kind of funny, I feel like, because you think it'd be the opposite. I have so much camera, I'm so shy with the camera vlogging out in public now than I was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, like, I would vlog out in public way more than I would now. So now if I'm vlogging out in public, I typically just use my phone. Which I know, it sounds crazy because you think it'd be the opposite, but getting over what people think, you just gotta get over it. And this is my job. I'm able to provide for my family really well with this job. I'm able to do something that I think is so fun and something that I love. It's like a dream job for me. When I started my channel 5 years ago, I never thought it'd get to where I could just provide for my family like it has. Just got to get over it. And if people talk about it behind your back, who cares? Because you just keep doing you keep being successful, and just do it, and don't be so worried about what other people think. Just gotta get over that fear. How do I stay on track if my husband doesn't follow the program too? Talking about Weight Watchers. Ethan does not follow Weight Watchers. He does not care the least bit about healthy eating. Usually I make stuff each day that I can eat too, like options that I can eat. But if I make something, like I have spaghetti on the menu this week, and I like spaghetti. I could fit spaghetti into my points, but honestly, I don't love it enough. I'd probably just make myself something different. So the days that they want to eat out for dinner, if they want something that I don't want, I'll go get a sub from Jimmy John's, or I'll get a Taco Bell Power Bowl, or I'll just come home and eat something that I eat here. So it's really not a big deal, and I don't ask him to just eat the things that I eat all the time. If he don't want what I'm eating, it's totally fine. What did I do before becoming a stay-at-home mom? I used to work at a nursing home when Ethan and I first got married, and then when I got pregnant with our quads, you got peanut butter all over your face. When I got pregnant with our quads, I stopped working. 4 babies, working in a nursing home was way too much, being pregnant with 4 babies, so I quit. Stayed home. When Delaney was almost 2, I went to work at a preschool and worked there for a few years, and I loved it so much. And then YouTube just kind of started. I was able to replace that income with YouTube, and I knew it would benefit us more if I quit that job and pursued YouTube more of full time. And so I quit that after Ren was born. Ren was 6 months old probably. And so I decided it was best to just stay home and pursue YouTube full time, and it has worked out well. So yes, a preschool, which I love so much, and I also worked in a nursing home. And then whenever I was in high school, I worked at our local grocery store called Ingles, and that's where Ethan and I met. So that's just been kind of some of my jobs. I used to work at a hardware store for a while when I was in high school too. So that's pretty much it. Do I miss homeschooling? I do, in a way. I think it was a great thing for us for the year we did it with the pandemic and everything. But my girls really do enjoy school, and I'm never saying never to homeschooling in the future. I do miss them being home more, I will say that. And, you know, being at school all day, 5 days a week from 8 to 3. I wish it wasn't so long, but it's school, and that's just how school works. How do I stay motivated? I'm guessing she's meaning maybe with my weight loss, maybe working out, maybe motivated as a content creator. I don't know. As far as like weight loss, which is probably what she's talking about, and eating healthier, just knowing my long-term goals, and I know how it feels whenever I reach that goal, because I've been there before I got pregnant with Millie. I was at my lowest weight. I felt my best I've ever felt, and I know how that feels, and I know how it feels to put on clothes and feel so good and confident in them. And I think that's how I feel, stay so motivated. There are times when I struggle, but since Colin's been born, for the most part, I've been doing really well with it, and I know how it feels to reach that end goal, and I know how my confidence level just really boosts as I get there, and I just feel better, and I feel healthier, and I feel like that is a big thing for me on how I stay motivated. What's baby names that one of you loved and the other turned down? I have to think if Ethan said one that I didn't like. A baby name that I loved that Ethan didn't. For a boy, I loved the name Banks. B-A-N-K-S. I think that is the cutest little baby boy name. Now, I love Callan's name. You know, obviously, this is our baby boy, and that's my favorite name. But I love the name Banks. I think it's such a cute name. Ethan did not like it, though. I feel like there was another baby boy name that I really liked, and he didn't. But the name Banks is one that I thought was so cute. And if he would have agreed to that, this one right here, his name may be Banks right now. And then if we were having a girl, her name would have been Collins. When I first brought that name up to Ethan a few years ago, Ethan did not like the name Collins, but he slowly grew into it, and then agreed on it whenever we didn't know what Callan was. And then I can't think of a name that Ethan liked that I didn't. I'm trying to think if he said any names that he liked and I didn't like. I can't think of one. Will Ethan ever quit his job and be a full-time vlogger husband? I think that's really cool for those that can do that. I'm not going to say never, because, you know, maybe there's something that we could both do at home, and he could stay home and help me with, and, like, you know, pursue something, you know, if he were to come home too. But as of right now, I would say probably not, because there's, you know, just job security with what Ethan, with his work outside the home. So that's really nice to have, is that job security for him. Now, I wish it would be really nice if he were able to cut his hours down, but he is so busy at work that it's just not a possibility. But if he were able to do that, I think we would definitely jump on that opportunity to cut his hours down where he could be home with me more and help me out with things more at home. But that's just, I don't think that'd ever be a possibility either, at least where he's at right now. How are Delaney and Ren doing at school? Ren's doing amazing. Ren's a little social butterfly. She loves to go to school. She would probably go to school 7 days a week if she were able to. Like, that's how much she loves school. She's doing really well in school, and she just got a little progress report. All of it looked great so far. Delaney's doing so good. Callan's messing with my tripod. Delaney's doing so well in school. She's very responsible with her schoolwork. She just got a report card, or her progress report. She made straight A's, and I'm just so proud of her. They do the curriculum that she's always done in school. She done the Abeka curriculum in her kindergarten year. We homeschooled with the Abeka curriculum, and she's doing the Abeka again. So she's so familiar with it, and she does so well with it. She done really good with her first progress report. Something on, it was Sunday, we were resting after church on Sunday. I was actually taking a nap with Callan, our little Sunday naps that we like to do most Sundays when we're able to. And so I woke up from my nap, and I came in the living room, and Delaney said, "Mama, I got my homework done, which I think she just had some reading to do. And she said, and I studied for my test this week too. And her test, this was Sunday, and her tests were not till Friday. And I said, Delaney, that is awesome that you wanted to do that and go ahead and get that done. So she's very responsible with her schoolwork as well. They are both just doing really, really well with it. All right, now we're gonna let him eat. All right, what is my favorite healthy dinner to cook? I love tacos. I love cooking tacos. I can fit them into my plans really well. And I love the ACP dinner that I showed in my last What I Eat in a Day video. That's definitely a favorite too. Where will our next vacation be to and when? Ethan and I are actually going to the mountains in a couple weeks for our 10-year anniversary. I'm gonna let Callan eat, and I've got to get ready. I just looked at the clock and it's almost time. I gotta get him changed, let Millie potty if she needs to before we go. It is almost time to go get the girls from school. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and end that here so I can so we can get ready for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Let me know if you guys did enjoy it. Like, I've been all over the place with the kids not wanting to nap, but I hope you guys did enjoy it either way. Let me know if you did and want me to do more in the future, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.